Welcome to episode 4 of Crazycraft. Today I am going to go ahead and set up equivalent exchange. I was hoping to get an item and essentially set up a house in there, but it didn't work out and I pretty much wasted my time. If you're really curious, you can watch me trying to find the rainbow ant for I don't even want to talk about how long. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to set up equivalent exchange and get it going. Okay, so if you're familiar with equivalent exchange or the mod, you will know we need chalk, which I still need bone meal for, because I got the clay, I just don't have the bone meal, and I also need ash infused stone, which I don't remember how to get ash, which is a little bit annoying. Oh, wait. Actually, second thought, I might remember. Let me test this real quick. Does this give ash? Okay, so this gives ash, which then has a use for that, or that. In other words, we combine it with any type of stone, and we're good. So we need a 3x3 grid. I'll wait for that to get done. I'll work on the bones while I can. Of course, I say that and walk out the door and realize, oh, wait a second. I can't work on the bones either because it is currently daytime. That is a little bit annoying. So needless to say, I guess I'm waiting until nighttime or until my steak gets done cooking. I'll see you then. Alright. It is finally nighttime and I currently have the stone smelting. So now, all we should need is one single skeleton. But of course, finding whatever you want in this mod pack, as we saw in the last episode, is not very easy or practical at all. So hopefully it doesn't take me 2 years, although then again, they just like to shoot me out of nowhere, so it might work out. I finally found some. They fortunately weren't far from the base, they were over by the village. I'm just worried that one of them has like boom arrows. Okay, this one has normal ones, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take him down because this seems like my best bet, and then realize that the zombie is coming for me. Okay, so he has boom arrows. Yes, attack your fellow mobs and just allow me to escape. That'd be fantastic. Yes. Uh 6. I think that's enough. Either way, I'm going to get out of here while I still can before they somehow kill me. So now we're back at the base. First things first, I need the stone and I need the ash. Then I need this thing to put in there, and I was like, where'd the ash go? But I guess it's about the same color as that. Next up, I need, I think this is the recipe. 5 of those, and then for that will get me 1 chalk. Oh, it has EMC value. You know how badly I want to put it in the book, but can't because I'll never get it back? Do these? No, of course they don't. And they don't stack either, so I guess that's not gonna happen. I'll mess with that in a minute. And we're still waiting on the stone, apparently. We got 4. Oh, I just realized, where do I put this? I mean, I could put it in the corner, I guess? The house is just getting smaller and smaller. But I guess it'll work. Just shove it here for the minute. And there we go. Then just 5 more. Of course, it's going at a rate of like 2 per year. Okay. Nope, that was not it. There should be a toggle action key. I'm gonna have to mess in my controls real quick. Okay, so it looks like the toggle action key is in. That's not doing anything. I'm gonna relook at that. Okay, I may have figured it out. No, no, no. Oh, there we go. Finally. And I think if I just left click, right click, Okay. Then I just shift right click. Yeah. And there we go. Finally, after I don't want to talk about how many attempts of trying to figure out that uh lettering control thing, I finally got equivalent exchange set up. Now, as you'll notice, it is empty, but as soon as I put in some golden apples for the exchange entry, I can now just pull all this stuff out whenever I feel like it. Which, I want 3 of these, then 3 of these, and I think I just need 3 gunpowder, and I think that's it. Because then with those, I can do something that looks like this. That's not the recipe, is it? Okay, there we go. It is called a miner's dream, which is honestly one of the very nice things about Crazycraft, because now miner's dream does have an equivalent exchange value. But also, it does something pretty special in the mines, which I'll show you in just a moment. So I popped over to the mining dimension, actually. Not that this is necessarily the best or worst place to mine. It's just the place I usually go. So I guess old habits die hard. Real quickly, I'm gonna take care of these guys. Okay. And my life has supposedly increased. What just attacked me there? Okay, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the Minor Dreams does. I just right-click, and it just leaves me all the ores that I could ever want. And just lets me see everything. I wish I still had a mod that... Oh! Okay, that actually scared me. But, as I was saying, I wish I still had a mod that told me what stuff was just by looking at it. But, this isn't bad. Needless to say, I'm going to go a bit lower for this. But then, hopefully, we'll get some really cool ores and such. Alright, we're now down to diamond level, so let's see what we can get. Oh yeah, this looks a whole lot better. I don't recall ever seeing diamond blocks down here. I don't like those because those are weeping angels. If they touch you, they kind of send you... Well, honestly, it's really hard to say. I don't really know where they send you. They kind of just damage you and send you wherever they feel like. I don't even know what that thing is. Cave Fisher. Okay, there's a few weeping angels in here. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh. Wait, meowing? That doesn't sound promising. Is that a gas tier? Okay, I think we got the gas tier. I am gonna try to block up this wall as best as I can and as quickly as I can. What was that? And this is why I hate caving in the mines. Because, A, you get all these really weird noises that you have no idea what they are. I don't know why I can't damage you. That is not good. Are you real? Yes, you're real. But, as I was saying, you get all these really weird noises, and then you don't know what they are, for one, and for two, I have had an instance playing, well, a couple of instances playing with my friend on Crazycraft that basically I have just been mining and minding my own business, saw nothing, and we had a mod that lets you see the mobs on here, and I don't know what it was. All that I know is that it came out of nowhere, attacked me and one-shot me. And much better armor than this. I I still don't know what it is to this day. I just know it attacked me and there was nothing I could do about it. Maybe it's because we changed around a few mods. Maybe it's something else. And I don't like the darkness, even though it should have an end. Oh, an alien. Great. That is one thing that I did not want to see in the mines today, because that thing can pretty much one-shot me, probably. A slime, okay. But I'm pretty much going to go ahead and resource hunt for what I need. Now, you may be wondering, I already have diamond. What's stronger than diamond? Answer, titanium and uranium. Because that can make ultimate armor. And, oh, I thought that was a weeping angel on, like, that was moving while I was looking at it. Oh. How did you live? I'm not gonna lie, when they jump out of nowhere, it kinda creeps me out a little bit. But we're just gonna keep going. Why can I not place a block there? Because it wanted to be glitchy. Okay. Needless to say, I did find uranium and titanium, and you got a boom boom bow, don't you? No, you got fire. Okay. And another slime. We're gonna ignore that for the minute. Now, uranium simply just looks like this. It's easy enough. That was gold. Why did I get attacked? Did you attack me? Didn't think you guys could attack me, or is it just because I got more life? But you can annoy me. Now, the downside to uranium is the fact, well, and titanium, is the fact that, they're both rare. They're both a pain to get, and in, like, one of the scariest locations ever. And on top of it, I cannot think of what I was going to say. Oh yeah, they come out in nugget form. So you don't actually get an ingot when you get them. You just get a nugget. So you have to collect 9 of them before you get even 1 ingot. And I don't even know what this stuff is. Like, some of this stuff down here, I'm just not familiar with. I can make an amethyst sword which does 15 attack damage. I'm sorry, is this better than my stuff? I guess I can make an amethyst sword. Since it's stronger, might as well. And I guess we forget about the diamond sword because there's no point. And since this sword's stronger, I just don't see a point of carrying around diamond. I'm just worried what lurks in the mines because, as you've seen, we've seen weeping angels, we've seen skeletons, and we've seen even an alien. I mean, what else lives in the mines is a good question. It's really annoying when it makes it dark behind you and such, because it's kind of creepy because you have no idea what's there. And I think I missed some uranium. I'm not going to complain. The more uranium I have, the less work in the future, because I got to get enough for a whole set of armor, which, if you want to do the math, 24 ingots into nuggets, and then I got to get the tools. And yes, the miner stream can stop lava, apparently. And the problem is, if I die here, well, I guess I just lose my stuff, but that's why I set up equivalent exchange before I left. Well, that and so I could get these. Guess it's a new sword. Because this one does 20 instead of the 15. I have upgraded my sword twice in this episode. I did not think that would happen. I'm almost debating ruby armor, just because I'm starting to think that it's going to be stronger than diamond. I just don't know that for sure. That and the fact that there's 2 rubies, which don't drop many, so I'm guessing you guys don't particularly want to see much of the mining. I mean, I'm not entirely certain on that. That's just what I've heard before. But, I mean, there are some interesting things with mining. If this is... Nope, that's a real diamond. Yeah, a red ant troll block. Which, for some reason, makes red ants come out of nowhere. Although, I guess it's a good way to escape the mining dimension, thinking about it, if I need to. Just find a diamond and, you know, poof, back to the regular world. As for where I'd spawn, I don't know, but... yeah. And then, if you'd like, you can keep the red ant troll block for yourself. Or you can move on with your life and pretend that it never happened. Which is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I actually just got scared by cassowaries. So I'm guessing if there's something that's gonna get me, it's gonna be in this section here. I'm just worried that it's some alien or something. Probably making a mistake here. I don't really know, because I don't really know what this structure is. I mean, it seems fine so far. I really don't know what this is. Wait, is this a stronghold? Did I just accidentally come across a stronghold? I'm kinda confused more than anything. And also curious. Because, I mean, strongholds are kinda rare. Distortion beam, paper, and... that didn't sound promising. And again, there's not really a point to us for us to be at the stronghold. Because trust me, I've seen the end dimension. It's a little crazy to say the least. I think I'm just gonna go back to mining, and regardless, regardless, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll get to the end dimension eventually. I want to get to like a stack of uranium and titanium, but I'm thinking I might settle for like a stack of uranium at this point. Because, as you can tell, titanium's a bit on the rare side. That did not startle me in the slightest. I totally didn't jump on the inside or anything. Either way, I'm just going to go ahead and get a stack of uranium and probably call it with the mining. Because, if you can't tell, the caves are kind of just creepy. In fact, if you're curious, I will play a small clip without me talking that's just the caves. And that's it. And that's all the uranium that we need. Well, okay, who am I kidding? That's not all the uranium we need, but it's a good start. It's at least enough to maybe get a tool or two or something. But needless to say, I'm gonna make my way back to the base. Granted, I gotta figure out how to exit the dimension. That might work. Yep, that would do it. Okay, I'm back at the base. I'm go ahead and started smelting this a little bit. I think I'm gonna use a second furnace for this, because otherwise it's gonna be a pain. Not the BLT, please. I just need the uranium to smelt. I need the titanium to smelt. And as I said, annoying nuggets. I mean, like, seriously. I don't see why the nuggets have to be the case, but they are. Well, I guess we can go to the nether now. Now, I am going to go ahead and grab a stack of coal blocks. Maybe 2 stacks. Alright, there we go. And now we just have 2 stacks of coal blocks. Forget this. Go ahead and grab that. And forget that. And we're just... I mean, we could put it in there and reuse the EMC value, but honestly, I really don't care to. Now as for Nether Portal, because might as well, and since we're here anyway, I mean, this spot might work. And then maybe I can make, like, maybe a little bit of storage here also. I don't know, that could work. I mean, regardless, I'm going to have to make some additions to the base eventually. Because I need an Easter Bunny farm, which will give me the eggs. I don't know what on earth this thing is. Ancient dried stinky bug. We're just going to put that right back and pretend it... we never saw it. But yeah, I'll have to make like the Easter Bunny thing. Granted, I think I'm going to hunt down the bosses. So I'm not going to particularly use the Easter Bunny for that, but for like dimensional travel, yes. I intend to very much use it for that. The titanium ingots or nuggets are now done. We can make a whole 3. Great. Which means what? We can make a whole 3 of these. Yep. And what do I want to make with this? I don't even know. I mean, I can make this and this. I can't really do much with that. Ultimate armor, I mean, I can make the chest plate, but, like, you know, it's a pain. So, I think I'm gonna go for the sword and the pickaxe, honestly. So, like this, and like that. Now we have a sword that is already pre-enchanted and does 50 plus damage. And a pickaxe. Just gonna make it in the shape of a T. And there we go. The pickaxe does more damage than my previous sword. That is sad. I guess I don't need these anymore. But now we have a tiny bit of ultimate gear. Not a lot, and as you can tell, uranium and titanium are just the worst. Like, honestly, they are. Because after all that work, all I got to show for it is a few nuggets. And that's about it. Eventually, I might try to raid, you know, that tree in the Utopia we came across last episode. Because it has titanium and would have uranium, but they'd be in block form, so we'd be getting 9 ingots, yeah, per block. Versus, I mine 1 safely in the mines and I get a single nugget. So, I probably will attempt that at some point. But that probably won't be a next episode thing. Next episode, I'm probably going to be focused on at least getting the frame for the Easter Bunny farm set up. And hopefully finding the Easter Bunny egg. But if not, I'll cross that road when I get there. Although we both know how my luck is with finding stuff in this game. Hence me taking like, what, 2 or 3 episodes to find a stupid rainbow ant. But we made some progress. We got at least an ultimate sword, an ultimate tool. And yeah, I think this is a good place to leave the episode, honestly. So, I'll see you in episode 5.